Hey everyone, today's video is going to be what I ate for lunch this week. I filmed a video quite similar to this not too long ago, but with dinners, so I figured I would also film the lunchtime version. I will say lunch is definitely not my favourite meal of the day. If you guys have got any like easy go-to lunch ideas, definitely leave them in a comment below because I'm always looking for some inspiration. I feel like for the most part I tend to just have leftovers for lunch, so whatever I've had for dinner the night before I'll have for lunch the next day. In general, I feel like this week was fairly representative of like a normal week of lunches for me. I did have a couple of things that aren't necessarily like staples, but yeah, in general it's been a pretty good week of food. I feel like these videos are quite interesting because you can see meals like across a week rather than what I eat in a days where it's like one day of food. This way you get a little bit of variety, so hopefully it might inspire you guys. I might give you some ideas. Probably not because I eat very basic lunches. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's start with the first meal. I have got some of this Tiger Bread baguette that I'm going to be having for lunch today, so I'm going to be making avocado on toast. This is normally more of like a weekend breakfast. I don't tend to have this during the week so much, but I've got this half an avocado that I need to use up. It doesn't look great, but I had the other half of this yesterday and it was literally like the perfect avocado, so I'm very excited to have this for lunch today. I've also got some pickled onions that my mum made me. They're just sliced red onions in vinegar, I'm assuming. I actually have no idea how she makes them, but they taste so good. They literally taste great on any savoury food. I haven't found something they don't taste good on yet, so gonna top the toast with the avocado and the onions. I might also chop up some cherry tomatoes and then just season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, some chili flakes and maybe some lime as well. This is my finished lunch. I did one with the cherry tomatoes, one with the pickled onions, and then I also drizzled some olive oil on top. Honestly, so excited to eat this. For today's lunch, I'm going to be finishing off the rest of this baguette. What I really fancy is like a big baguette sandwich filled with a bunch of things, but unfortunately this is now quite stale, so I think what I'm going to do is toast it. That way hopefully I can't tell that it's really stale. And I'm going to make like a pizza baguette type thing, so I've got a bunch of different bits that I'm going to put on top. I've got some pesto that I'm going to use. I've also got some tomato puree. I think I might do half with the tomato puree, half with the pesto. I've then got some red onion, a pepper, some mushrooms, jalapenos, spinach, and then also some vegan cheese back there as well. Not really something I have for lunch all that often, but I feel like this is going to be such a treat today. No! I haven't even managed to get it under the grill yet, and literally everything has fallen off that one, so not ideal. Just about managed to salvage the piece that fell apart, and this is what they look like. Didn't end up adding any spinach, but I've got the mushrooms, the peppers, the onion, the cheese, and then I've also topped it with some oregano as well. Literally smells amazing. These are proper chunky, so I have no idea how I'm going to manage to eat this. Feel like I'm going to end up a right mess, but I am so excited. Today's lunch is definitely a staple one for me. I've got a jacket potato that I cooked yesterday and I'm just going to heat up in the microwave. Going to top that with some vegan butter, some baked beans and also some vegan cheese. And then I'm going to make a little bit of a salad on the side. Don't really have a huge amount of spinach left. I feel like normally I would maybe have like 5 times this amount of spinach on the side. I really like having huge salads when I have jacket potato, but I'm gonna make do. Gonna finish up the rest of this spinach. I've got some cucumber, an orange pepper, and then I've also got some pickled onions to put on the top as well. And yeah, that is gonna be my lunch today. So this is what my finished lunch looks like. I've got the salad which I topped with some olive oil, salt, pepper and oregano. And then I've got my good old jacket potato with butter, beans and cheese and a little bit of pepper on top as well. This is definitely a staple lunch for me. It is so filling, so warming, so hearty. Not sure if I'm going to have it so often when the weather gets a little bit nicer, but I feel like for an autumn winter staple this has definitely been one of my faves. Today's lunch is going to be some more leftovers, so I've got some leftover pesto pasta from dinner yesterday. Literally just pesto, pasta and some green lentils. This is the vegan pesto that I've got. Normally I go for the supermarket own like free from pestos because it's half the price and it tastes just as good, but went for the branded version this time because the free from one was out of stock. But I've literally just mixed that in there with a can of green lentils. I'm gonna top it with some vegan feta that I got from Lidl. I've also got some more of the red pickled onions. Normally if I was going to have something like this, I would have like a big side salad with it, or I'd have some chopped up veggies, but my fridge is looking very bare at the moment. Yesterday when I had this for dinner, I had it with some green beans and that was really good, but I literally have nothing left, so I'm going to have this pretty much by itself today. So this is what it looks like all constructed. Honestly, I wasn't lying when I said those pickled onions literally go with anything. They are so good, and I feel like in general you just can't really beat a leftovers lunch. Today's lunch is going to be really more of like a breakfast to me than a lunch. I don't know when I really ever have crumpets for lunch, but I've got these in the freezer and I really fancy them today. Normally during the week I pretty much only have leftovers for lunch or the occasional like beans on toast, but yesterday I was feeling so lazy, so I had a pot noodle for dinner, which wasn't great, and it wasn't the planned like quinoa salad I was gonna make, and was planning on having the leftovers of that for lunch today. So instead, you know, having crumpets, I feel like it's very different to quinoa salad, but this is exactly what I fancy. So I'm going to toast these, probably have one with butter and Marmite, and then I might put peanut butter on the other one just so it's a little bit more filling. This is not going to be everything that I eat for lunch today. Pretty sure I'm also going to make like a protein smoothie at some point with banana and some protein powder that I've got. I've also got some fruit in the fridge that I've been snacking on all week, so the actual meals I've been showing you have been like the main component of my lunch, I guess, but I have also been snacking as well. I've had some vegan chocolate, lots of fruit and things like that, so I won't just be having crumpets for lunch, but this is what I'm going to show you guys to start with, and then if I make a protein smoothie or anything like that later, I'll share that with you guys as well. A little bit ashamed that this is the lunch that I'm sharing with you guys today, but this is definitely a realistic look at what I eat in a week, and that definitely changes. No 2 weeks are the same, and this is what I fancy today, so this is what I'm having. In terms of the peanut butter, this is the one that I have at the moment. It is smooth. Will say I'm normally team crunchy, but this one is really good either way. Also put a whole bunch of this vegan butter on it. I feel like you can't have crumpets if they're not swimming in butter. Like, I'm expecting a whole pool of butter when I pick these up, because otherwise I have not used enough. And then the other crumpet just has a good old Marmite on it. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'll share with you guys what I have next. Lunch part 2 isn't quite the protein shake I had planned. I really fancied some more savoury things. So I've got myself a leftover bread roll, which I've put a little bit of vegan cheese in and melted. The vegan cheese I have at the moment is the Applewood smoked vegan cheese, and this is so good. So really simple cheese roll, and then I've just chopped up some cucumber on the side as well. Lunch part 2, not going to complain. Probably will still have a protein shake at some point today, maybe as like an afternoon snack, but I reckon this will keep me going for now. So they were all the lunches I've had this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, definitely leave a comment with some of your go-to lunch ideas, because I need all the inspiration I can get. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.